Alright, so what's up YouTube? Today we're going to do another recipe, and this is not my recipe, not by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, it's something I just saw for the first time this morning on YouTube and I thought it was interesting, so I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to put down in the description box the link to the video of the lady that does it. If you really want to see somebody do it that know what they're doing, you might want to dump me right now and check hers out, because it's her recipe, and she's I'm sure gonna cook it a lot better than I am. I thought it looked fun, so I was gonna play with it. Why not make a video while I'm doing it? I'm gonna do a couple little things a little bit differently than she did with some of the ingredients, and I'm also gonna cook mine in a broth base instead of water base. And I'm gonna put a link to the video. I'm gonna make my own broth. I'll put a link to the video. I'm gonna do that. In fact, I'm making the broth right now. When this is finished, it'll be a few hours. Then I'll start the actual the soup recipe. I guess it's a good point, because I don't think I mentioned this is a chicken soup recipe. So this is an Indian style chicken soup is what it is. And the name of the person that does it on YouTube is Nanak Mirch Masala is the name of the channel. And it's really nice. And like I said, I'll put the link down in the description. So I'm working on the broth now. I'm going to do a separate video for that to show you how to do the broth. If you're interested, and you can use it for any recipe. And then we'll show you a video of me throwing this together just to see what I can do with somebody else's recipe and see how it turns out. Alright, peace. Okay, this is what I'm going to do in terms of the ingredients. I got 3 carrots right here. I'm going to skin these. I think they did 4 in that video. I'm going to do 3. I don't think she peeled hers. As I looked at the video, it didn't appear that she did. I'm going to peel these, cut off the edges. I've got 3 stalks of celery, small stalks of celery. I'm going to do those. I don't think she put those in hers. In fact, I'm sure she didn't. I got 5 tomatoes. They did 4, but mine are a little bit smaller, so I'm going to do 5. I've got the green pepper that she recommended. I got a red pepper, and I only did the red pepper because it's a couple of days after Thanksgiving and I had extra red pepper, so I'm going to get rid of them. I've got a bunch of scallions, and the only reason I did a bunch of them, well, there's 2 reasons. 1, because I love scallions, and 2, because I know on her video she has some really big scallions, which are really nice if you can get them, but most of the time I find myself not able to get them. I get these little teeny, you know, I mean, by the time you cut these, they're almost nothing, so I used a whole bunch instead. I'm going to use the corn. I'm going to use a can instead of frozen. I'm not going to go with the green peas. Instead, I'm going to use chickpeas. And I'm not going to use this whole can. I'm probably going to use half of that. I got my garlic ginger paste. I don't know where to find garlic ginger paste in one combination, so the store where I go, they got garlic paste and ginger paste. So I've got, you know, maybe 2.5 tablespoons of each mixed in the bowl together, and it'll be fine. And then I've got the seasoning she's mentioned, and what I put in was I doubled up everything. So I've got 2 tablespoons of turmeric instead of 1, 4 tablespoons of coriander, 2 tablespoons of red chili, and then I added in 2 tablespoons of MSG. So that's what I'm going to use for my seasonings. And we'll get back to this in a minute, and I'll show you how it's going to kind of come together, and we'll see what happens. Get this going. We're going to add the garlic and ginger paste according to the recipe. And then we're going to move all that around together. This is maybe 2-3 tablespoons of vegetable oil these are cooking in. Keep them moving. Get some flavor into them. Don't blend it in real good. As I understand it from the recipe, all you want to do is get these blended in, get the flavor on them. So that's what I'm going to do. Next we're going to go in with the seasonings. And again, the recipe from the lady that I got this recipe from, that video. She did hers one at a time. I got all the seasonings in this one bowl. I'm going to just do them all at once. And these are the seasonings that I laid out for you earlier. Turn it up a little bit. Again, my understanding at this point, you just want to blend the flavors together. Not too hot. In fact, let's come back down. You smell this, it smells good at this point actually. Okay. Now I'm going to go in with all the vegetables that I told you about earlier that I did. That's a lot of them. Yeah, we're going to keep this moving. Next, we'll go down a little bit lower on the heat. And we're going to keep this moving for about 5 minutes. So I'm not going to run the video for 5 minutes to show you, but I'm going to keep this moving for about 5 minutes. I'll be back to you. Alright, so this has been going about 6 minutes. Getting them flavors to blend together. Now I'm going to introduce a mushroom blend. Putting in 1 can of carrots. I'm sorry, one can of carrots. 1 can of corn. And I'm going to put in some chickpeas. Alright, I didn't put the whole thing in. Well, I put more than I thought I was going to put in. Alright, let's move it around a little bit. Now we're going to go with the broth. It's 2 cups. Four cups. 6 cups. 6 cups of homemade broth. And in fact, why don't we do one more? That's half a glass, that's 7 cups. Alright. And let's get this on, let it brew for a while. I'll come back to you. I'll let you know how it turns out. It's an experiment for me. I have no idea. We're going to find out at the same time. Peace. Alright, so unfortunately last night, by the time I finished this chicken soup, it was really late at night. I believe it was after midnight. I was really tired. And I probably had 1 Heineken too many, because when I did the final video of the taste test and to show you what the final product was looked like, apparently I put the camera on the tripod and never hit record. So when I woke up this morning to edit these things out and watch football, I realized that I don't have that last video. So I'll tell you this, it was really good. At the end of it, they probably could have used some more salt, so I added some more salt into it. But it was really good. It was a really good recipe, so I would encourage you to check again the description box. I got the link to the lady whose recipe it actually is, if you want to see her do it up, because it was really good. It was worth doing. I'll tell you something real bad. I was putting this stuff in the refrigerator last night, and I had to take it downstairs. We still got a bunch of leftover stuff from Thanksgiving. So I got a small refrigerator down in the basement, and I was taking it down there to put it in there. It was a big pot. It was heavy, and I was holding it with 2 hands and trying to open the refrigerator. Jasper, be quiet. I was trying to open the refrigerator with like my pinky, and the pot slipped out of my hand. So I actually ended up spilling the whole pot. All I had was the 1 bowl that I had that I did for the taste test. It was really good, but unfortunately I lost the whole thing. But check it out. Try it. Go check that lady's website out. Go with her recipe. It's really good. Very flavorful. Very filling. I think you'd enjoy it. All right. Peace.